So, equipment before you start casting, you want to make sure you got a bucket of water, saran wrap. We use C-form casting tape. It gives good detail. You can use plaster of Paris if you want. Don't recommend using just plain fiberglass. Gloves, scissors, and a cut strip. So first what we're going to do is kind of feel the ankle, see if there's any tightness, inversion, eversion, plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. You want to bring the patient out of their inversion, eversion, and get them into as much neutral position as you can, and then bring up to see how tight they are, and get to a neutral position. And he's good, so we're going to cast right there. We're going to saran wrap his leg first. This keeps the C-form from sticking to him, and still provides a lot of detail. I recommend doing this versus a stockinette. Stockinette it kind of fills in voids, where saran wrap gets every detail. Once you saran wrap the patient, you want to start marking the bony prominences. So mark them, and then make sure you do a line, 2 lines with the bisection be at the apex of the bony prominence. You can do base of the 5th, metatarsal heads. If any navicular is prominent, medial malleolus, like I said, any other bony prominences, and make sure that you always are marking the apexes so we know where to build up the plaster. And now we're ready to cast. The SMO is only going to go to here, so you can cast as high as you want there. Getting soaked, cut strip in the middle of the leg, and we're going to cast it in. I'm going to cast the whole foot so we have as much detail as possible. Now you can kind of smooth everything in, smooth over bony prominences, as much detail as possible. And then what we're going to do is get the patient in as much as a neutral position as we can. Find subtalar neutral. Make sure that the heel and the forefoot are on the same plane. And then make sure we're at 90 degrees. Hold it there until it's dry.
How long does that usually take?
It takes about 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
Very important that the forefoot and the heel be on the same plane. So that's why it's nice putting them up on an elevated table. That way you can see if your alignment's right. Some of these patients won't be able to get to subtalar neutral, but get them as neutral as you can.
And then do you want the dorsiflexion just at about 90 degrees?
About 90 degrees,
okay.
Yeah. cut strip.
So is there a kind of any kind of reference point in terms of like how they'll know if it's dry enough? I'm assuming it'll be harder to cut.
It feels stiff.
Oh, it'll just get stiff.
You can feel it.
Okay.
And then take it off the leg. Make sure you inspect it. Make sure it's at 90 degrees. Make sure forefoot and the rear foot are on the same plane. And there's your cast.